Hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't been to our channel before, my name is EQ and welcome to another episode of Stonkaholics. So today we're going to be going over a project that I think has 100 times potential easy. Now this is one of the ones I want to talk about instead of pushing some dumb shitcoin, because unlike those shitcoins that it can just come crashing down on you and lose all your money, this is something that has the same gain potential as one of those shitcoins. Yet it's still a really good project. But before we get into that, I want to just go over Bitcoin real quick, because this is going to decipher what's going on in the market as a whole. So you can see we've been sitting in this pennant for a little while. Price just broke out of this pennant, which is not a good sign for the bulls. Yes, they are fighting, and there is technically a support line here that price can hold. But the way that this is looking, if it does want to push up from that line, what I'm thinking is going to be one of the best guesses of what can happen with this price is going to bounce to here. It's going to bounce up, and then we're going to test this bottom trend line. Depending, let's say on a bullish point, we're going to bring ourselves back into this pennant, finish out the pennant in here somewhere, make our way out, find support, and then make our way up to test this potential support. That's going to be the bullish stand. Now, my realistic opinion on what I think is going to be happening with Bitcoin, we might get this hold here. Price will push up to this resistance line, and it's going to be the bottom of the trend. It's going to bring price down, probably test here and hold the support. Now the interesting point is going to be here when it retests this major SR flip area, because price can either push up and retest this area. But if price wants to push down, I think this is the point in time when we could push down into this general area. Now, my main reason for thinking about this is because this is where we had a nice little consolidation before we took off previously. This is also where the institutions bought in previously. So this is an area of interest. And if price makes its way down here, we can see a nice little consolidation as the whales and stuff like that start to buy in. Now, when we're looking at that, we're going to be looking through the daily chart, and we're going to be looking at the price average. You can see we're still in bearish for price average, and we've been sitting here, haven't been able to break over the zero resistance since we've been in the pennant. Looking to break down, but when this breaks up, it's going to be a nice solid move. Now, for example, if price does drop under this 24,000 range, basically into the 25,000 area, if it starts to do that, and while it's sitting in here and consolidating in this general area, we start to see this price average slowly moving up and up. That would be my initial buy signal to add my larger trades, any riskier trades, things like that, while it's at the bottom of this move. So yeah, just keep in mind right now we're sitting in a tight spot, but the bears are currently winning the situation with Bitcoin. We do have the potential of dropping down into this 23,000 range, but we can also find some support anywhere here and start to push back up over 42,000. Only time will tell. 31,000 is going to be a major support break, so if this breaks under, that's when I know that this is triggering all the way down. Vice versa, if price does break over 42,000 and hold support, that's when I know this is going to start making its way back up. So we're going to be keeping an eye out on this. Let's jump into our video of the day. Automata Network ATA, currently ranked 232, sitting at $1.53. Sitting at a $262 million market cap, so it's tiny. So if this thing wanted to 100 times, it would only be sitting at a $20 billion market cap. And when we go through the project a little bit, you'll see why I think that it could reach something like that in terms of market cap. Now we're sitting at a circulating supply of 172 million, and there is no max supply. Now you can see this thing was just released today on Binance, so this is the first day of the chart. We had our little dip down and up. Keep in mind with the Bitcoin chart, this thing can still dip down further, so if you're looking for a buy opportunity, you could be patient. Now if you see it start to make some crazy moves, you can buy into it, but for the time being, I'm sitting and waiting to see what happens with this. So Automata Network is a decentralized service protocol. It's providing privacy middleware for dApps across multiple blockchains, and some versatile use cases it has are anonymous voting, minor extractable value, MEV, minimization, which we'll go over in a little bit, and no tracking indexing by leveraging on the latest cryptography and privacy preserving algorithms, along with trust computing technologies. And you can see that it was built by some blockchain veterans and researchers who previously worked for Zil, Longhash, and some other places. Jumping into their website, you can see achieving privacy, high assurance, and frictionless computation. That means that they are compatible with all these different ecosystems. As you can see, we have BNB, we have DOT, Ethereum, and this list is only going to get longer and longer. That's where companies like this benefit and projects like this would benefit, because they're not competing with these monsters. They're finding a way to be complementary to all the projects. So as long as everyone else is going up, they're going to be going up. Now, if the entire market starts moving, this is a kind of project that can skyrocket. This is something like Matic, because Matic, for example, is sitting on the Ethereum bridge. You can trade things through the Ethereum platform, but it technically has its own Matic network. And through Polygon Matic, that's where you're cutting your gas fees and all of that. That's where they were able to achieve most of their successes, because of the cross-chain compatibility. Now, this thing you're talking about being able to cross through 20, 30, maybe even 100 different blockchains. So this thing can be massive. So MEV prevention, basically what MEV means is, you might have noticed or heard that a lot of bots are trading from exchange to exchange, and they're finding the discrepancies in price, and they're trading these small amounts but with high price volume, and they're with these quick flips, they're making a ton of money. The only issue is that they're raising the transactions, so the fees in general for gas fees will go up, and these bots benefit from these higher gas fees because the difference in the prices is going to fluctuate and be a little bit higher, especially when the price of the gas fee is fluctuating so much. So something like this, and what ATA does is that it would take that out, so it doesn't allow these bots to do these kind of swaps between gas fees and so on and so forth. Now, you have anonymous voting for DAOs. So MEV prevention on here is using Conveyor, and then the other side is the governance, which is using Witness. Now, Witness is going to be the traceless privacy side. That's the anonymous voting for DAOs, which is going to be decentralized autonomous organizations. And you also have secret messaging between networks, and do not track querying for indexers. Now, jumping back into Conveyor, you have high assurance, so there's front-running prevention for DEX, there's tamper-proof data sourcing for the oracles, and there's robust randomness for apps. So if you're building an app, you can choose between any of the networks, which I can show you in a second. It's pretty interesting. So you can build whatever project you want. Let's say I want to build it on Ethereum, or I want to build it on BNB, or whatever it may be. I can build it across the platforms, and it's really easy to build. And then you have the frictionless computation, speedy cross-chain transactions, which is meaning that they're not competing with anyone. And then you have sub-second layer 2 for chains, and a non-intrusive protection for DeFi. Now, here's a quick look at Witness. You can see not many people are using it because it's really new, but if I wanted to build something on the Ethereum network, Coven testnets, Binance Smart Chain, we got the Plasm network, BSC testnets, Clover testnets, I can create something on here and go through this whole process. These are open voting for DAOs and everything like that, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you see this is brand new, so you'll be getting in on the ground level in terms of what Witness is doing. And when you're looking at Automata, you can see they're on Binance, they just got released today. PancakeSwap, you're talking about Plasm, Clover, Crust, all the Polkadots, the Ethereums. So this project has massive upside and massive potential. Like I said, I have a little bag sitting, waiting patiently to see what happens with this price, but I'm excited because this is definitely something I'm going to be adding to my portfolio coming soon. I'm honestly surprised that the market cap isn't that high yet, but I have to keep in mind that it's only been going through liquidity swaps and stuff like that, and today's the first day it's been released on an exchange. And it's not available yet in the US on Binance, so if you wanted to get Automata, you have to go through PancakeSwap. And just to go with the quick recap on this, you're talking about a 100 times move to hit a $20 billion market cap. Now, if you're talking about a $20 billion market cap, you're sitting right where DOT is at number 9, and that's considering the market is down right now. So when the market comes back up, it won't be in the top 10 hitting 20 million, but if it's a project that's going to be working with everyone, it definitely has the upside and the potential to hit the top 10. So not saying that it will 100 times, but it can 100 times. Now, do I think it's going to 10 times? More than likely, yes. I think that it can hit a $2 billion market cap. That's not even hitting top 50. There's a lot of shittier projects that are sitting ahead of it. And like I said earlier, if you're one of the people that like investing in shitcoins or low cap value coins or anything like that, this is something I would definitely look into because it is a low market cap and has tons of room for potential like a shitcoin and has way more upside than a shitcoin. So if you're going to gamble the smart way. So Automata, make sure to check it out. Do a little more research if you want. Due diligence on your trading, not financial advice on any of this stuff. Is all for entertainment. If you didn't get a chance to follow us before, like the video, do any of that, please do so, and we'll catch you on the next one.